Okay, welcome back friends. Here we discuss nearest neighbor classification. Now the learners are two types, eager learner and lazy learner. So in eager learner, create a model using training data and use the model. And in lazy learner, training data is used when it is needed to classify. That means the eager learner, say A and B. So the eager learner is a two-step process. So first of all, create the model using the learning algorithm. Okay, so this is what our training data. And second step, and second is what? Identify the model. Say, identify the class level of X. So unknown data X is there. We want to identify the what is the class level. So the eager learner is two process. First of all, create the model using learning algorithm. After developing the model, we can use the particular model, and it's a two-step process. And but the lazy learners, in lazy learners, it is a single step. In eager learner, it is a two-step process. This is what the first phase, developing the model, and second is what? Use this particular model. But a lazy learner, it is a single step process. So only one step is there. Now example of eager learners is, say, decision tree, already we have discussed, and rule-based classification, okay, support vector machine, neural network, Bayesian classification, all are the example of eager learner. But k nearest neighbor, which we will discuss in this particular video, and case-based reasoning, in short we write CBR, are the example of lazy learners. Okay, so in this video we will discuss about the k nearest neighbor. Now what is the meaning of nearest neighbor? What is the meaning of nearest neighbor? Now find all the training data that are similar to the given test data. Say few data are there, assume it is a test data. Okay, few data are there. We suppose for particular data, say this one, which one is the nearest? So we have to calculate the distance here. So this is what our distance D1, this is what our D2, this is D3. Okay, similarly this is D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9. So nearest neighbors, which are the nearest? Say first three nearest neighbor for this particular data are, say, D1, D2 and D3, because these are three smallest distances. Now nearest neighbors can be used to determine the class level of the tested data. Okay, so we can use this particular concept to identify the class level of any unknown data, say X. So say we don't know its class level, so using this nearest neighbor we can identify its class level. So here we have to calculate the distance. So generally we calculate Euclidean distance. Now more distance means what? More dissimilar, or less distance means less similar. So if you compute distance with this, so these three are the similar data, most similar nearest neighbors, because distances are less. Now suppose KNN, we want to identify the class level of any unknown data, say this one. We don't know its class level, so we want to apply KNN classification. Let the value of k is equal to 1. So if the value of kn is equal to 1, then the nearest training data may be this one. So if k is equal to 1, nearest level is this one. So assume for the level of rate, say it is x, so level of x will be plus. Now if k is equal to 2, that means 2 nearest data. Let this one and this one, these two are the nearest data. So definitely both are plus. So definitely what will be the level of x? It will be plus once again. Let k is equal to 3. So 3 nearest neighbor. So 3 nearest neighbor. So this one, these are the 3 nearest neighbor. So here also the class level of x is plus. Now if you select k is equal to 4, then the nearest 4 data are there, nearest neighbors, 4 neighbors. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now here you can see 3 plus and 1 minus dot is there. Now to solve this particular part, we have to use majority voting. The majority voting means we have to identify the mode. So what is the major symbol is what? Major symbol is major class level is what? Plus. So what will be the level of the class x? It will be plus. So with the help of this way, similarly, suppose one data is somewhere here. Say it is y. So if k is equal to 1, the nearest data will be what? This one. So definitely the class level of y will be dot. Similarly, if k is equal to 2, so nearest two neighbors, these two, so both are dot. So what is the class level of y? It will be dot. If k is equal to 3, the nearest 3, these are the 3, it is also dot. K is equal to 4, nearest 4, this one. So class level will be what? Same dot. Are you getting there? Now suppose if your data is somewhere here, z. For this particular z, if k is equal to 1, then what will the class level? So nearest is what? This one. So the class level of the z will be plus. But if k is equal to 2, then the nearest two are what? These two. So 1 plus and 1 dot. So what will be the class level? So here randomly you can select any one of that. So let we assume the class level of the z, say plus also. Now if k is equal to 3, so 3 nearest are this. So in this case 2 dot and 1 plus is there. So what will be the, so if you apply majority voting, so now what will be the class level? Now class level will be dot. Okay, so the right choice of k is very important. The value of the k is very important. So if k is too small, overfitting problem may occur because of noise. Say this is what noise data. It is not part of the any. So due to if k is equal to 1, so due to this, it may be possible that z value will be like this. And if k is too large, then KNN may misclassify the test data that are located far away from its neighborhood. So if you take, suppose if your data is, if you calculate the k is equal to, say somewhere for this one x, suppose one another data is there, say minus, which is not part of the data, and if you increase the k value, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means what? It will also include this particular minus. So suppose lots of minus are there, but they are far away. Now if you increase this the k value, that means it will accommodate this particular also. So it will have, then it will, what will happen? The class level of the x will be minus, but practically it should be similar to the plus or the dot. We can select the k value experimentally. You can determine the k value experimentally. Now the class level may be numeric, may be categorical. Let we have a data. Say we have a class level y, okay, and we have to first of all suppose few data are there, and suppose we want to know, and the value of y is a numerical, say the 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 17, these are the class level. Now is new data is there somewhere here, and we want to know its class level. y, we want to predict its class level which is numeric or which is continuous. So first of all we have to calculate the distance with y with all the data. Okay, so this is yi. Now for yi, say let the distances are 1, 2, 10, okay, 1 to 1, okay, say 13, 15, 20. These are the distances, and assume the value of k is equal to 3. So the three minimum distances are these three are the minimum distances. Now you want to, if you want to predict the class level of y, then we have to take the average of this y. So that means what, 2 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 3. So 9 by 3, it is 3. So what will be the class level of y? It will be the 3. Similarly, if the class level are categorical, say it is like this. Say red, red, blue, green, yellow. So definitely you have to calculate the distance first. Distance with the data and the unknown variable yi. Now if you calculate the distance, let's say distances are 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 19. Okay. So if k is equal to say 2. So the nearest two distances are what? These two are the neighbors. And what is its class level? Both are red. So what will be the class level of y? It will be the red. Now we'll talk about various characteristics of KNN. So first KNN is, it is called instance based learning. It is called instance based learning. That means it uses specific training instance to make prediction without having to maintain a model. So here we no need to create a model. So the learning algorithm depends upon this instance of the training data. So eager learning, it's a two-step. First of all, we have to create the model and we have to use it. So creating a model is a time-consuming process. We need bigger time, but using a model it needs lesser time. But if it is a lazy learner like KNN, here no model creation is there, so it is the model. So this process is expensive. So this process is expensive means, so KNN process, it needs big O and time to use the particular model. But if you use some search tree, the time complexity is what? It will be n log n to search any neighbors. And if you implement parallel implementation, if parallel implementation is there, the time complexity will be big O of 1. Third is most important is what? KNN is affected by outliers. So if outlier is there, KNN gives poor result. So it is affected by outliers or the extreme values. We have seen. The thing is what? Next is here, to know the neighbors, we calculate the distance. So here we use Euclidean distance. So you may use any distance, Euclidean distance, Manhattan distance, Minkowski distance. We need data transformation or scaling, so that all the data must be in between 0 to 1 or in between -1 to 1. Since you are using using the distance calculation. And finally, it supports incremental learning. Means if the data is dynamic, okay, or it flows continuously, then also we can use this particular algorithm. But it is not possible in the two-stage process. So it supports incremental learning.
Hello friends, this is Python implementation of KNN algorithm. These are the packages we need. So NumPy package is ACIPy.special to calculate the distance and ACIPy to calculate the mode. Now here KNN is the k value is 3. This is what the training data, where first two are the features, okay, and last is the class level. So class level 1, class level 2 and class level 3. So 3 classes are there. Now these are the lines through which we print the number of data and the dimension, and this is what our test data. So test data is what? 1 and 3. We need to know its class level, okay, and here we calculate the distance of with the training data, with the test data, and here we return the indices of the indices after sorting. Now these are the lines through which we identify the class level. If you execute it, we can see This is what our training data. So number of data trained, number of features 2, the value of k is equal to 3. The test data is 1 and 3, and the class levels are 1, 1, 1. So definitely the class level of this training test data 1, 3 will be 1. Now if the value of k is equal to say 4, and if you execute it, we can see the training data and the class levels are 111, 2. So the majority voting, so if you use majority voting, the number of the mode value is 1, hence the value of the class or the class level of the test data 1, 3 should be 1. Similarly, if you change the test value, test data, say now the test data say 15 and 16, and the value of k say 4, and if you execute it, we can see these are the class levels. So the now class levels are different, so definitely all are 3, so definitely the class level of the test data 15, 16 should be the 3. Now if it is say 5, k is equal to 5, and you can see the class, these are the class level 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, and using majority voting the class level should be the 3. Now we can take more number of data. So you can see here, say assume k is equal to 3. Here the training data is there where 4 features are there. 4 features are there and one single class level is there. So these are the class levels and these are the features, input features. And if the class level, say if the test data is 1331, we need to know its class level. So if you execute it, we can see this is what our training data, and the test data is 1331 and the class levels are 111. So definitely class level of the test data should be 1. Now if you change the class level test data, now the test data say 15, 16, 10, 15, and we need to know its class level. So if you execute it, so the test data is what 15, 16, 10, 15, and all are 3, hence the class level of the test data should be 3. Now if you increase to 3 to 5, and if you execute it, we can see these are the class levels are 4, 3, 2. So majority, using majority voting, the class level of the test data should be 3.
And that is the end of this particular video. Thank you very much.